Insanity. Gardens of the Galaxy. Volume 5 is the name of this video. I said Gardens, not Guardians. Gardens of the Galaxy Volume 5 is my 5th video dedicated exclusively to Groot figures. And happy Arbor Day. Arbor Day is the day annually where we celebrate trees. We got some Groot Funko Pops for the I Am Groot cartoon series on Netflix, the shorts, and 2 of these jumbo pins. These are my only 2 jumbo pins. What is with the planes? This came out Earth Day last year. Earth Day was created in 1970. Arbor Day, I think, was created 1876, something like that. They're both in April. Earth Day, I think, is what? April 24th, and Arbor Day today is the last Friday in April. Bear with me. I've literally never opened one of these pins. They're so odd. Because like every other pin you've seen, they they have a stand. And they have this weird epoxy on them. And also I got that one. Okay. I want to get into these pops because I watched the show. I watched the shorts. It's not really, what do you call it? They're very short. They're like 5 minutes long. So it's not really like a TV show. They're shorts, okay? So we got 1191, 1192, 1193. We don't have 1194. We have 1195, 1196. And it turns out, counting 1194, there's 5 more. There's 5 more pops relating to this show. But Gardens of the Galaxy Volume 5, we're going to open these. I'm starting at the back because this guy is from episode 1, the first short. And I think, okay, given his size and whatnot, especially what's depicted, what I'm trying to say is these shorts take place between Guardians 1 and Guardian 2. Remember at the end of Guardians 1, when that came out, 2013, the end of Guardians 1, we saw Groot regenerating in a pot, okay? Guardians 2, we see him as a juvenile walking around. So the first short shows how he got out his pot. It's cute. So there he is being attended to with little drones. They're spraying him with water and giving him food and soil in his pot. And then next to him, there's a little tree, a little bonsai-looking tree. And the tree's getting more attention. Groot is very jealous. He's very impetuous. So he strikes a fight with the tree. He ends up falling off the table, breaking his pot, and discovering that he has legs. Now, of course, he's never used his legs. They've just been growing, hiding in the pot. So there's no strength in him. It's like a butterfly when it first comes out of its chrysalis. It's got to pump the blood, and it's got to gain the energy to take flight. So in this episode, he's pretty much just eating space Cheetos, spacey cheese balls, while his legs gain energy. Episode 2 is the one with the grunts. Mom Insanity is not a fan of the grunts. I don't know why. But basically, Groot is on this planet. He's building a treehouse, and then he lifts up a rock. He finds this whole colony, this whole civilization of these creatures called grunts, and they go to war with him. But then a little leaf falls off his head, and it turns out they're just hungry. So they eat the leaf. They eat the Groot leaf. And they're very happy. And then Groot's like, oh, let me help you out. He goes to the nearby tree to bring him a bunch of leaves. And then as he's coming back, spoiler alert, he steps on him. He kills the whole colony. But then it shows them emerging from the dirt because they're not really dead. But they're little grunts, okay? Maybe one day we'll get the grunts. So far we don't have the grunts. But this is from episode 3. It's called Groot in Onesie. Now this episode, he's wearing his onesie, which has little trees on it. because he's a tree man. This one has a stand. This one needs a stand. Come on, Funko. Consistency is a tool of the patriarchy. But this is the episode where there's an intruder on the ship, and it's all like a Terminator 2 homage. This intruder forms liquid style. He basically looks like water, and he does a dance off with Groot, and Groot's going, "I am Groot," and then this guy, he has a name. It's on the other Funko Pop. He's going, no, he doesn't say no, but he says, "I am Groot, I am Groot, I am Groot, I am Groot," back and forth until Groot, this Groot, ejects the imposter from the ship. He gone for good, unlike the grunts. And then this one is also called Groot in 1Z. They couldn't have given it a different name, but we will relate this to episode 3 also. But it's more of a collage idea. The Fitbit on his head is from episode 3, but the comic book is from episode 5. There's not a scene in any of the 5 shorts where he's actually wearing a Fitbit and reading a comic book and wearing the onesie. Then we'll go to episode 4. This is probably my favorite episode. He's on a planet where he discovers this pool of mud. He decides to relax in the mud, but then he grabs this flying bug that goes by, squirts some kind of chemical out of its abdomen, plus he puts some seed pods from a local tree, a local plant, into this mud bath he's taken, and it makes his foliage, it's called Fancy Groot. It makes him leaf up real good, real fast. It's like Rogaine for tree creatures from Planet X. But anyway, it sucks those don't have stands. It's called Fancy Groot. So at one point it makes his foliage grow so fast and beautiful. This is, if you see the Funko Pop, it's some store exclusive called Poodle Groot. It's from this episode also. But this is called Fancy Groot. You see, that's all his leaves. They grew so fast, and he trimmed them into a dress. So very cute. But then, of course, the specially concocted chemical mud runs out, dries up, runs out. He uses it all because he's doing these different hairstyles and such. And then there's this squirrel bird laughing at him, making fun of him. So then the last scene, it shows he has stripped squirrel bird of its plumage and wears it as a scarf. I told you, he's impetuous. And then finally, episode 5, called Groot with Detonator. Now he's making a special little project for, hey, there's that butterfly again Buzzy got the other day. He's got Drax's soap, he's got some fur from Rocket, he's making a family portrait. And for some reason, it's not really clear to me why he explodes part of the ship. But then Rocket comes and chews him out. But then it's all good because it turns out he was just making a present for the gang, for the crew, for his family. So it's called Groot with Detonator. It's got a chunky translucent plastic background. Now if you see that one, see it's from the Marvel Core subscription service box where it says Groot with soap or surfing Groot or something. That's from this episode too, because he's surfing on Drax's soap. But that's the 5 I got, plus a pin and another pin. Very cool. Happy Arbor Day. Who's your favorite here? My favorite is this Detonator one because it's just stout and sturdy and chunky, and it doesn't need a stand. Doesn't come with a stand, nor does it need a stand. My second favorite is this, like the flowers and butterflies fancy. These 3 are not too great. I'll go with this one. It needs a stand. This one's number 3. Maybe we'll see him again on a Cheetos Insanity project. And these 2, come on, silly space comic with Thanos and whatnot. And I'll go with, that's my next favorite, least favorite. Okay, maybe we'll get those other 5. I don't know. Stick around. Also excited for the movie. The Volume 3 Guardians movie. I think it comes out May 5th, National Mayonnaise Day. I'm pretty excited. I heart Groot. I heart tree men, tree people, tree creatures, plant monsters, and such. Hashtag Toy Garden. Love you all. Goodbye.
I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot.